Knicks basketball is back, and they just went into the preseason and dominated the Philadelphia 76ers in their 2 games in Abu Dhabi. I got to talk about these New York Knicks because in game number 1, they dominated. Deuce McBride led the way. Mitchell Robinson with like 16 rebounds in a blink of an eye. The offense is moving all over the place. Josh Hart unfortunately went down with an injury. OG Anunoby did not play in game number 1, but he came in game 2 and absolutely lit it up. Woo! We got some things to break down, Knicks Nation. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. How are you feeling? The New York Knicks go out there and literally put on a display of excellence for the basketball world. Let me know your thoughts in the comments of your biggest takeaways and impressions in the New York Knicks preseason debut in game 1 and game number 2. I was unable to make a video after game 1 because I was traveling for Roundtable Sports, but I'm back home in New York and I'm excited to make content for these New York Knicks all throughout the season. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new here. Ooh, baby, we got a lot to get into because these Knicks are going out there and you're seeing a new level of excitement that this fan base is rallying around this Knicks basketball team, and it's all about Mike Brown and the philosophy offensively. So let's get straight into business. Now, the biggest takeaway I have that every single Knicks fan is talking about is the movement of this offense, the fluidity, the ball movement. We saw some clips come out in training camp of the Knicks even practicing, and you're seeing the ball just move freely. You're seeing the off-ball movement. That is really awesome because it is totally in line with the modern day NBA that this Knicks basketball team absolutely needs to take advantage of. Now, we know what the roster looks like, and the rotations was on full display. Game number 1, we have Pacome Daddier starting in replacement of OG Anunoby, who did not play in that game, with Josh Hart coming in off the bench. I thought that was an interesting move. That definitely shows you that Josh Hart will be coming in off the bench. Now, we do have to keep an eye on the Josh Hart injury. He is out with some back spasms. He did not play in today's matchup against the 76ers. Hopefully, that's going to be good to go for the regular season, but definitely shows you the regular season starting rotation is going to be Mitchell Robinson in the starting 5. And oh my goodness, is Mitchell Robinson just looking like an absolutely complete player and the perfect complement to Karl-Anthony Towns for the New York Knicks. You saw what Mitch did in game number 1. I don't want to forget about that. 16 rebounds, 11 of them defensive, just absolutely dominating on all facets of the game. 50%, 3 of 6 from the field. And I feel like his impact of this basketball team, he could be the X factor. A block, a steal. I mean, he will be the X factor of this Knicks team. 18 minutes, 16 rebounds is absolutely off the chart. So shout out to Mitchell Robinson and Deuce McBride. Deuce off the bench in game number 1. He was fantastic as well. 12 points, led the Knicks in scoring. But the overall offensive fluidity was something that was so beautiful to watch. Like Jalen Brunson was only 2 for 8. And Mikal Bridges 4 for 10, but it's not really about their efficiency scoring. It's all about what is Mike Brown's version of the Knicks. What are we going to see offensively? And boy, oh boy, was it on full display. This Knicks team looks absolutely scary. And then the bench came in there, did their job. It's cool to see the bench guys like Malcolm Brogdon make his Knicks debut, Landry Shamet, even Garrison Matthews hitting some 3-pointers for the New York Knicks, Ariel Hook-Porty, all these guys going out there making some plays. And then in game number 2, the Knicks are able to get another win in Abu Dhabi, and the Knicks starters play just for the first half, and then the bench comes in there in the second half. And I was really impressed with the Knicks in their second game of action because it was all led by OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby, man. I was a little worried. I was like, where's OG in game 1? Is he okay? But he's all good to go for game number 2. He had 13 points in just 16 minutes of action, 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 5 from downtown. OG Anunoby was the star for me. I know Jalen Brunson led the way with scoring with 14 points, but we know what JB's doing. It's just a ball movement that I can't get over. And, the reason why it's so impressive for, I think, Knicks fans is because it's refreshing. It's not stagnant. It's not Brunson bringing the ball up, and then you just see a screen come, and you're doing the 2 screens, and it's just Tom Thibodeau, as good of a coach as he was, he just did not know how to evolve into today's NBA, moving high pace, moving without the ball, and you're seeing it all come to fruition. And I think the preseason is really important. And I know the Sixers don't have a lot of their guys, and it's not like the Knicks are guaranteed going to win the chip now because we, look good in the preseason, even though we are very, looking good heading into the season. But I really do think that if you look at what the Knicks are doing stylistically, it matches the personnel that they have of this Knicks roster. Really cool to see the dynamic between Mitchell Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns in the starting five. We saw it a little bit last year in the playoffs, and it definitely seems like Mike Brown is going to be utilizing them. But even bringing up the guys off the bench, Yabusele, like, I'm really impressed with this on-ball defense. I think that's something that's been impressive to me. Jordan Clarkson as well has been pretty cool, throwing up the lobs to Mitchell Robinson, getting the ball out there in space. Deuce McBride had a quiet game in game number 2, but that's okay. I really feel like, the collective unit of this basketball team is so impressive, where the NBA world has a close eye on the New York Knicks. They really, really do, man. I'm seeing videos across YouTube. I'm seeing NBA beat reporters. I'm seeing the NBA world looking at the Knicks like this is their year. Like, this really is the Knicks' year. And it's not just because they look good in 2 preseason games. The hype was even heading into the preseason. And I really wanted to get your guys' thoughts after seeing this Knicks team, the depth that they have. That's what's really impressive to me. The depth and the starting unit that they have. They're not so relying on Jalen Brunson anymore. It doesn't feel like Brunson's got to go out there and just dribble the ball and do everything. Now that Cat is comfortable with this Knicks team, now that Mitchell Robinson's fully healthy, because remember, he was not fully healthy last year to start off the season, like, with the additions of Clarkson and Yabusele, with OG Anunoby healthy, with Bridges now getting a long-term contract with this Knicks team, understanding that he's out there doing his thing. He was 4 for 4 in 16 minutes for the Knicks and 10 points, moving the ball in transition, 2 blocks. Like, it was really fun to watch. I mean, the efficiency and the fluidity are the 2 words that just come to mind when I'm watching this Knicks team, and you're just trying to figure out what this Knicks team is going to be about this season. And I feel like Mike Brown said over and over and over again in the press conferences in training camp that the preseason is going to be installing this. Jalen Brunson even said there's going to be a learning curve because it is new for these players. And I think that Knicks fans need to realize that early on in the regular season, if there is some struggles offensively, and the Knicks aren't off to a fantastic 10-0, 10-2 start, it's not the end of the world. I do expect them to be really good out of the gate, 100%, but I do think there will be, a learning curve from this new scheme that Mike Brown is implementing here, because it is a little confusing for the guys that, especially Jalen Brunson, who's used to being in Tibbs' system, and now this system, there's a lot of timing, a lot of off-ball movement, a lot of, free flowing that I think that it's going to take this season to just them to get adjusted to. But, man, I'm fired up about this season, man. I cannot wait. So, Knicks fans, let me know your biggest takeaways for the Knicks' first 2 preseason games down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. As always, big shout out to Sleeper for being the proud sponsor of Knicks Media. If you guys want to take advantage of a $20 for free, right? You guys usually, if you use the code, you can get your deposit matched. But now they have a brand new promo entering this weekend of the NFL where you guys can get $20 for free by using my code Knicks. So don't forget to check them out, folks. You guys can click the link to the top of the chat. I'm excited for there to be sleeper picks for basketball when the regular season starts. And we got a lot of fun things to come your way with Sleeper all throughout the season. So a big shout out to them for sponsoring Knicks Media all season long. Don't forget to comment your thoughts, Knicks fans. Hit the thumbs up button. Knicks basketball is officially back, and it feels so good. Woo! Shout out to everybody tuning into Knicks Media. Salute. I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.